What's good, guys? It's Marcel J. Back at it again with another video. It's been like half of 2019 since the last time I posted, maybe sometime during the summer. 2 jobs now. I live in a way better apartment, like I have so much space. It's all other stories I will tell in the future. But lately, this past 24 hours, this whole Lizzo situation has kind of sparked my inspiration to come back a little bit earlier than I planned to, because I have a couple things in the works. But so basically, Lizzo got invited to the Los Angeles Lakers slash Minnesota Vikings, I hope, game. I know sports sometimes, but got invited to the game. She's Lizzo. She's very I would say she's very body positive. Yeah. I Lizzo, she's very body positive. She wears, honestly, whatever the fuck she wants, but she tends to wear less, like less clothes, less, however I'm trying to say this. She likes to show off her body. During the game, she wore a big WWE old school throwback t-shirt, but with like ass cutouts. Cutouts for each cheek. Or I think a thong, or like a thong type underwear underneath, and I was all just rocking to the game. And you know, she's Lizzo, she's big, she's a pop star of the moment, so she's doing interviews, she's getting called out on the whole jumbotron and twerking, because you know the LA Laker girls are doing a performance to her song Juice. And you know, Lizzo just looks like she's living her best life. But towards the end of the night, when like people get to see her outfit more and they see the cutouts, there starts to be a little bit of commentary, critique, a debate online, if you will, on whether her outfit was appropriate. And you know, fashion is subjective. What's appropriate in 2019 is very fucking subjective in my opinion, because I think depending on who the artist is, they get more free range to wear whatever they want. We can say this is a size thing. We can say this is a not an A-list versus D-list type thing, but just there's certain girls, like you got your Rihannas. We have now Meg Thee Stallions, Nicki Minaj. Like they could typically wear whatever the fuck they want to wherever they are, and you may critique the outfit, you may not like it, but you'll respect them wearing it for the most part. When it came to Lizzo, there was just this big backlash of her wearing something so revealing. I'm showing pictures hopefully throughout this video. There's something so public, and for her being so like loud, and just like during the interview she was mentioning some basketball player. I think his name's like, fuck, why do I have the shittiest memory? Something Towns. But she was mentioning how she thought he was cute, and like that became a little internet thing, like, oh, like that dude needs to watch out. Like it's just so many gross memes that I personally feel like wouldn't be a thing if a different artist, a different celebrity of a different size, honestly, a different size, maybe even a different skin tone, were wearing it. Like we look at Meg Thee Stallion. Sure, she gets roasted for some of her outfits. She's been dubbed like, she dresses like she's a WWE wrestler at times, but at the end of the day, people still let her wear what she wants, and they still love her for what she is and how she embodies her sexuality. And you know, the Meg Thee Stallions of the world don't get the same respect and love, or no, reverse that. The Lizzos of the world don't get the same respect and love for their bodies like the Meg Thee Stallions, for obvious reasons. A lot of fat phobia, a lot of fat shaming. I don't agree with any of it. But just at the end of the day, it's such an annoying conversation or internet debate to have, because it's like, these are pop stars. Like, what do you expect a Lizzo, a fucking, you know, mainstream pop artist to wear to these games, you know? And if it was just, there's so many, when it comes to like female fashion right now, or when it comes to like women's fashion right now, it's very like little to no clothing. It's crop tops, it's bodysuits, it's short shorts, especially on the West Coast where it's like warm all the time. It's so many revealing things, and I think women have become very liberated in showing and showcasing their body, whether it's to like, you know, sell sex or to just, you know, become comfortable in who they are. Like that's just what that is. And I think it's taken, I don't want to speak for Lizzo. I've listened to interviews off and on. I'm just not, there's no specific quotes coming to my mind, but like, I think she's worked towards this moment where she can wear a fucking oversized shirt with ass cutouts and feel like the most baddest bitch in the world. And she's, you know, she's free to do that. She's also free to get critiqued. Like I'm not on a blindly follow whatever Lizzo does. But it's just interesting to see how we just put these underdogs, or like these like we put these artists, these rising artists who deserve their time in the spotlight, their time on top. We put them up to like the highest level. Grammys, Golden Globe wins, fucking magazine covers, stadium sold out arena tours. Like we do all this for them, but when they reach a certain point and they either get too cocky or they become too confident or they start expressing views that we don't like, or they start doing things that we don't like, or they express that they're human and they're not fucking robots who are just living off of like being headline clickbait all the time, we bash them and we try to like humble them in a sense. Like I feel like since Lizzo's risen past the whole Truth Hurts juice, like that fame, and now she's just a solidified artist in the spotlight, people take whatever chance they can to humble the fuck out of her. And if it's not shaming her for how she looks, it's shaming her for being too confident, too ghetto, too ratchet, whatever you want to say, when she's out in public, or she's too positive. Like she just seems fake to some people. She didn't seem black to some people when it came to her winning the Soul Train Award for, I think, Album of the Year, or no, maybe it was R&B Album of the Year or whatever. That can be another conversation too, because like, you know, you could debate like her music has elements of R&B, but also is extremely very pop. But then pop is like not just pop music anymore. Pop can be hip hop, pop can be country, pop is just popular music. I'm ranting. Oh my god, this was a moment with Marcel. I fucked up the intro. Fuck, I'm gonna fix this. So what's up, guys? It's Marcel J. But basically, like, let Lizzo fucking live. Like, the arguments that people are making just make no sense, because they're very like, the arguments make no sense because I know that you're only applying this to Lizzo, to certain artists. Like, you wouldn't give this much hate, this much like criticism to all of them. If, yeah, like I'll read a couple tweets too, because like, you know, people love to mention Beyonce. Like Beyonce would never be caught in a fucking like assless chaps or some shit. Shout out to Xtina, assless chaps back in the fucking early 2000s, but she would never be wearing something so like gaudy or so like, you know, cheap, whatever you want to say. But what if she was? What if this was Beyonce at this Lakers versus Minnesota Vikings game? I really hope it's a Minnesota Vikings. It's not just a whole Lizzo reference. But what if she wore exactly what Lizzo wore? Would there be outlash? Would there be backlash? Would people fucking care? Would people be like, oh, okay, assless shirt dresses, those are the new thing? Like, I don't like how certain artists get policed for their bodies and for their confidence. Because if Lizzo was a different type of artist, if she was an artist that felt the need to cover up, to be conservative and just focus more on her voice, like bigger artists tend to have to be accepted and respected in the musical forefront. If she was that type of artist and she didn't want to like be revealing and do all this shit, then like, you know, by all means. But it's like, the fact that some people just won't let her live is annoying as fuck. Twitter. There's one pro Lizzo. Y'all going all, what about the kids with Lizzo was hilarious though. I never understood the what about the kids angle with a lot of shit, because I feel like a parent's job is to explain shit to their kids. Daddy, what's that on the Jumbotron? Son, that was an ass. It's that simple. And I completely fucking agree. Like, the whole kid argument, like, oh, there were kids at the game. Like, kids don't need to be seeing like assless chaps or shirts and like whatever it is, but it's like, yo, kids are fucking seeing, not to be dark and not to make this a joke because it's not a joke, but kids are seeing their peers, their young middle school, elementary school kids have to do shooter drills just in case there's a mass shooting happens in their school. Kids are seeing previews of shows like Euphoria. I wanted to compare it to Skins because well, whatever. Kids are seeing previews and shows like Euphoria, like not glamorizing drug abuse, but showcasing it in a very real way. Kids are seeing internet, social media, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok videos of suggestive fucking guys with no shirts, body rolling, and suggestive music. Like kids, there's never been a time in civilization when kids weren't being shown things that could alter their mindsets about things or could, aren't good for them to see. But in the end of the day, if they have good influences, they have parents, they have brothers and sisters who can be like, yo, this is what this is. Lizzo is a grown-ass woman who can wear whatever the fuck she wants. Like, and normal public humans, normal people probably aren't gonna wear that. But if one day you're old enough, you wanna wear that, do your thing. Like, the kid argument, I feel like is mute to me because there's just so many things that kids are being exposed to. And this Lizzo thing is not gonna be a thing that fucks them up. Like, your toxic parenting is gonna fuck up your kids before Lizzo will. Here's another one. I really want y'all to reflect on why Lizzo's ass being out, I don't care about being at a basketball game, is a problem or controversial. I've seen many of your clothes, I've seen your Twitter feeds, I've seen your workout pictures, but this is a problem. This is the problem. Hoes, I call guys and girls hoes, so like don't take offense, but like hoes wear Fashion Nova and fucking, actually no, I won't say hoes. Women. Women, guys, there's Fashion Nova men now. Like people wearing Fashion Nova, the fast fashion, there's just, we're all being suggestive, we're all being raunchy or controversial to a certain extent in our own ways, and I just don't like how Lizzo is constantly being called out for who she is, not for how she is, not for what she does, or no, being called out for who she is, and it's not. It's so interesting to see because like we really do build celebrities up to fall, and thankfully, I watched, if I can find a clip, I'll add it, but I watched Lizzo's live and she was explaining how, like, yes, like, I'm a grown-ass woman, I'll wear whatever the fuck I want, and I'm, like, the happiest I've ever been in life. I'm successful, I'm blessed to be alive, I'm blessed to have these opportunities, this fame, whatever it is, like, I'm blessed to have it all, and, like, she understands that there's just naturally going to be constructive, not always constructive, but there'll always be criticism, there'll always be backlash for what you do, but you can't let that impact how you live your life. And I hope that people who maybe aren't a fan of Lizzo or who just don't understand what's going on right now, or who understand what's going on and they aren't cool with it, they see that like it's so much better to live for yourself and not to live for like the love for other people, because at the end of the day you can be discarded in a second. Like Lizzo's popping now, in 5 years maybe she won't be, and what if she spent those 5 years of her career just being the picture perfect pop star so she can be family friendly and get all the money and all the brand endorsements and all that shit, but be miserable inside and not feel like herself and not make authentic music that reflects who she is, and not dress and like act the way that she needs to be. Like I don't get what people want, like we have an artist who's trying to be as raw, as personal, as like not even inspiring, but just as true self, as authentic as she can be. And if you're inspired by that, that's cool, but like it's one of those take it or leave it type things. That's all I wanted to say. This was supposed to be a moment with Marcel, so I was supposed to be cut off 5 minutes, but I forgot to do that. But look out for more videos, guys. In the day, be yourself. Like, life is fucking short. It is extremely short. Your youth is insanely short. I'm only 25, but like I feel very fucking old, and I'm realizing the older that I get, like if you let people pressure you into being who you don't want to be, or if you let society try to dictate a path for you just because it's working for other people, or just because it's what life is supposed to be, because it's why some what was I saying? Be yourself. Oh my god, Frank's mom's label. Let me read something real quick. Let's wrap this video up with a quote from Frank Ocean's beautiful, wise mother. Is it his mother, right? Yeah, it is. This is his mother. Be yourself. Listen, stop trying to be somebody else. Don't try to be someone else. Be yourself and know that that's good enough. Don't try to be like someone else. Don't try to act like someone else. Be yourself. Be secure with yourself. Rely and trust upon your own decisions and on your own beliefs. So wear what you want. Listen to the type of music that you want. Follow the career path that you want to take. Have your own views. Like, stop being fucking sheep and just hating people solely to hate people, or solely to like gain clicks, or just feel like you're accepted. You know, that's not cool. That's all I have to say. I'm sorry this video is very like all over the place. It's been a minute, but I'm gonna get back to this. It's Marcel J. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. New videos coming extremely soon, because I actually like the setup. You don't see anything yet, but like the setup's gonna be great. And I am done speaking, so I'll see you in the next video. On to the next.